Hey, how are you?
This is Christie and I'm Michelle, and this is 60 by 65 Seasoned Souls.
Coming at you on a Sunday morning, so hopefully y'all are enjoying a Sunday morning. It's getting warmer here in the Gulf Coast of Texas, and if you're at church or after church, it'd be great. We're enjoying another cup of coffee just to get us through today, because we had a pretty running
We survived.
Chin chin.
We survived one.
Yeah,
getting ready to prep for the next one.
Yeah. So anyway, let me start this. With graduation and everything coming up with seniors and stuff from college and from high school, we kind of started talking about this past week about rites of passage. Because, the seniors are getting where they are going to have to talk about different ways to do their graduation. And it may be virtual. And so the parents are trying to, they're voting. I worked out with a woman who has a high school senior. So they're voting on whether to do virtual or to do a live performance, a live graduation. And she voted for both of them. And I'm like, well, absolutely, because it's like a rite of passage. You get a completion of something, and you're getting a movement to move forward to something else, and your path is, so one path is ending, your next path is coming before you, with college or work or whatever you choose. So anyway, so we got to talking this week about rites of passage and how it affects us at our age. It was an interesting conversation.
Well, and of course, in ancient times, there were, in the villages, the groups, etc., clans, etc., there were all kinds of rituals,
yes,
and rites of passage that took place. I mean, you had, ritual for attaining womanhood. You had one for being a warrior. You had one for, allegiance to a group, a clan, a leader.
Becoming a crone. So there were a lot of rituals and, rites of passage that have gone on. And in our day and age, we don't have that many of those existing anymore. Yeah, that's true.
And we've kind of let that go. And, so as you mentioned, graduation is one. But, we started looking at, at our age, what kind of rituals and
rites of passage we experienced at this age.
Yeah. Can we do on this?
Yeah.
So we started examining that, and some require a little more commitment than others, but
if we did just some lighthearted type things, like rite of passage, like when you get a divorce and you buy a convertible, or you want to buy a car for the first time. You've reached retirement and you're figuring out where you want to be in your life and what you want to do and stuff like that. And so you're thinking that you may have to come up with some creative ideas for retirement. Well, and you want to buy yourself a car, and you've always wanted a sports car and you never had one. I mean, I was looking at doing that, 3 or 4 years ago? Yeah. 4 years ago, I went to drive a little sports car because I like going really fast. And it was great. I went from like a truck down to a little car, but it was just like a testament of freedom, I guess. I don't know. It was just hard to explain. And then my daughter told me she was pregnant. So I was like, well, I can't do that because I have a babysitter back.
And some of these things, like I say, they require more of a commitment than others. So you may want to test drive, a little car at first, or before you make a big commitment.
Yeah, but there's also like vacations. Going on vacation, going on vacation by yourself. That is a big one. Because women our age, we've become a little bit more, I don't want to say scared, but we become a little bit more vigilant, I guess, in where we go by ourselves and how we go about doing things. But there are a lot of countries like Ireland, Scotland, places like that are great places to go that are safe for women our age to travel alone, and it's very helpful. So there's traveling alone. There's tattoos. If you've always wanted a tattoo and you've never gotten one.
That's a commitment.
That is a commitment.
Yeah, so you may want to try those temporary tattoos, get some of those first and try, see what everybody around you says about that before you commit to that.
Or you could not be religious and then decide to become religious. Or you made a choice you were religious and you changed up your religion, how it was, instead of being tied to a religious church and the functions that goes on with the church and all the dictates from that, you might have become more spiritual.
Right.
Hit up Sedona and,
go camping by yourself. Now there's one that require a comfort, level, but a lot of these things either, we used to do with other people, had other people to do them with.
Right. Or made plans with our partner to do it with them, and then things changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you kind of have to, change it up. buying a house. Oh my God, you know, that's a scary thing, you know, to buy a house by yourself.
Yeah, because that's what happened to me. That's so exactly right.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even going from a house to, let's say, if you're downsizing and getting a condo, or you're getting you know, an apartment, or you're doing whatever.
That's it's extremely scary. Yeah,
a huge commitment.
Yeah, and you know, whenever I was buying my house, my house that I'm living in now is the first house that I bought by myself. You know, the ones I've had previously were with partners and stuff, and it was a huge deal to do that. And I remember that I went to Home Depot and I got a key made that just said "Home Sweet Home" on it, and I carried that key with me and visualizing my house until it actually materialized and I closed on it. And so it was just, that was a huge rite of passage. I didn't unpack for 3 months, but that's another story. That's another video.
Some of this, you know, it has to do with, you know, giving ourselves permission to do this, and also, you know, how does that make us feel? And also that, you know, we can do these things. Not that you have to have somebody else, you know, show you how, or tell you how it's going to be done, or that, you know, the fear factor in there. So it's, you know, it's a great way to acknowledge.
It's the fear factor of women our age or people our age. I think that's the biggest thing of all. You know, when I started working out at Orange Theory Fitness, you know, that workout will kick your ass. I don't care how good a shape you were in. And I was scared to go and do that. And I made myself step out of my comfort zone, said I'm going to go do this. And I'm going to, and after the first session, because you get your first one free, I was like dying. And I'm like, I'm never going back there and doing that again. And now I've been going on it for 3 years. And so it's amazing. But that was a huge rite of passage because I stepped through my fear on that.
Some people walk the Appalachian Trail.
Yes.
Or part of it. And I know somebody that has done that.
Yeah.
And that was definitely, you know, a rite of passage for her. And that was a huge commitment because that takes months to do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of planning, which I know you hate. But, you know, you can't just
on the weekends.
You can't just
like plan on the weekends.
You can't just go, you know, and say, oh, I'm going to hike the, you know, Appalachian Trail, you know, and make that decision.
Oh, yes, you can.
So you're not getting far.
That's okay. That's my goal. That was my goal.
But you can do something even as simple as, you know, going to a movie by yourself. I mean,
or go to the beach all day.
People that are
afraid to even go
to a movie or go to dinner by themselves.
Or go to the beach by yourself. I can't tell you how many times I've just packed up my car because I'm a beach girl from way back and hit the beach just by myself. And that's a big step for somebody to do a lot of times. Yeah. So
take a look at, you know, things. And then some of the things that we do, and you can, you know, look into also do as well, you know, is to help you, you know, through this. But cutting cords. This is it's a symbolic, a spiritual ritual that you can do, and we do it periodically. And you know, it may be with a person, it may be, you know, with a place, it may be with, you know, something that's happening around you. But you know, you are basically cutting a cord with the way the situation is with that person, place, thing, and it has to do with, you know, your heart and how you feel about that. And if it's something that is, you know, not a positive influence in your life, you know, you may say, you know, that I'm cutting a cord with how that is in my life in the present state, and that if it's, you know, to have a, you know, future as a part of my life, it's going to be a totally different.
How to fix your emotions. You know, when you set up a ritual like that and you physically see something like that happening, like the cutting of something, it's like, this is not going to affect my emotions in that manner any longer. It doesn't mean that it's still not there, because it is. It just means that you're freeing yourself of it. And that is a rite of passage, is learning to do things like that are rituals or things like that if you want to.
Forgiveness is another one.
It's a huge one,
I mean, we carry around so much emotional baggage all the time.
Absolutely.
And at this age, you know, ooh, I need the whole set of, you know, all those little 7 pieces, you know. And, you know, just allowing yourself to forgive yourself, number one, for anything you think you might be, you know, guilty of, or, you know, just acknowledging that. I mean, that can lighten up your load so much just doing that. But, and forgiving, you know, other people. If you think there's somebody who's wronged you, whatever, you know, of course, comes all back to us, but, you know, move on, move on, do that.
Absolutely, because, I mean, you know, really, when you look at this, everybody always says that, you know, when you turn 50, you're like over the hill kind of situation. So when her and I were talking about, you know, we're 60, so that means that we're already over the hill, but we're still on the top of the hill. We're just on the back side of it now because we're 60, and so we're coming down here, you know. And so you want to know that during the third phase of your life, and what are you going to do to enhance you? It's about enhancing you. And that's one of the things that we talk about a lot. And, you know, I will tell you this too. When you have a village, when you create the people that are in your village or your friends, you know, all my friends that I have four close friends, or five. And I have them, and they will tell me things that I might not necessarily want to hear. And that stings a little bit. But I'm grateful for that because it causes me to grow, which is another rite of passage. It causes me to morph, to be a better person. And so that's something too, is when you have a huge amount of acquaintances and friends, you know, a rite of passage will be honing it down to just a few that just a few that are going to mean something to you and cause you to become better, you know.
Yeah. And releasing is another one. And, you know, releasing can start as simple as, you know, emptying a drawer, cleaning out a drawer, you know, cleaning out your closet, getting rid of
cleaning
some
out your
clothes,
car,
getting rid of, you know, some things. I mean, you know, I used to help
the clutter.
I used to help people, you know, go into people's houses and help them get rid of their clutter. And
you're kidding.
The emotional, yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay. So, you know, and it's all emotions tied to all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you constantly wanted to say, you know, does this bring you happiness, joy, peace, good feelings? Does it serve a purpose, you know, in my life now? And if you can't answer all of those yes, then get the heck, you know, out of here.
There's somebody else that needs it and will use it.
Well, not only that, because, you know, once you it's part of that releasing, you know, that, you know, you release something from that's no longer serving you, and something else comes
comes into you.
That goes for things, that goes for people, that goes for places, that goes for, you know,
experiences, adventures, rituals, the whole thing as far as what we're talking about, rites of passage, all of that is there. And everybody has their own thing, what works best for them. You know, we're not, you know, we are no way, fashion or form experienced in recommending any type of thing for anybody.
No,
we're just saying
we're all about, you know, everybody doing their own individual.
Yeah, and we're learning too as we go at our age of what works for us. You know, what each works. You know, what works for each one of us.
Yeah.
And so it's a total different thing. But anyway, yeah.
So if you were going to get a tattoo,
I already got a tattoo.
I know you do, but if you were going to get another one, what would it be?
It would probably be my sister and my initial with a heart in it somewhere.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Of course, you know mine would be a bird. Of course. I'm just not sure what bird it would be.
Yeah, of course. So, anyway, well, that's all that we have for right now. We were just wanted to let y'all in on the table talk conversation that we had this week. We've had several really good conversations with all the energy that's moving and the everything opening again. We're going through this rite of passage situation with the COVID. You know, it's getting ready to come up, and so that's going to be a whole nother rite of passage that things are going to be opening, and we're going to be experiencing new normals. Everybody's going to be having a new normal, so that's exciting, and it's
scary too.
It's going to be scary, but it's also exciting to see what new is going to be out there, and what's going to expand you, what's going to stretch you, what's going to cause us to become a better person so we can be better to contribute to society. So anyway, so it's exciting, and you know, it's all about how you want to look at things, and so so that's going to be a rite of passage. It's going to be coming up here in the next couple of months, you know, this month and next. So anyway,
so if you feel like getting a tattoo, go start looking at catalogs
and let us know what you get.
And let us know what you get. We want to see what you have created for yourself for a rite of passage or a ritual in your life, because we're always open to learning with y'all.
Yeah,
this is learning on both of our sides.
I got mine when I was 40. So 40? Yeah, I was 40. Because you know, you go through what is it, midlife crisis. Yeah, midlife crisis when you're 40. So I got mine when I was 40. And my dad is like, if you join a motorcycle gang, will you at least tell me? And I'm like, I'm 40 years old, Dad. I think I can get a freaking tattoo and not have to worry about telling you. Anyway, it was hilarious. The stereotype that they had was beyond measure.
The baggage we could collect and stuff.
Anyway, so that's all we have for today.
We've enjoyed speaking with y'all today, and y'all go out and have a great week, and let us know what y'all are doing, because we're, you know, we're virtual, you know, voyeurs.
Yeah, so we are.
We want to see what's going on with y'all.
Yeah, be sure and like our page. We subscribe and like our page. We post a new video every, I think, Monday. Yes. And so you'll be able to get that. We also have a Facebook page and Instagram and our web page. So all those will be at the end of the video, so you can.
We're everywhere now.
Yeah,
can't escape us.
Yeah. So y'all take care, and we'll see you on our next conversation.
All right.
Bye.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
All right.
See y'all. Bye.
Bye.